dude, I never want to be like, what's up, you guys? Welcome back with another video. But it's like, what else do you do?
Yeah.
All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the next VOTS Talks episode that hasn't happened in like 2.5 years. With very special guest Taylor Adsit from ALURA. Ooh, yeah.
What's up?
So, Taylor, you guys used to be called We Gave It Hell. And in like 2018, we did a tour together, and that's how we met and become friends and stayed in touch, which that's a cool part. Is a lot of people that, at least that I've met throughout the years, it's like you stay in touch for like a week after the tour and then you never hear from them again, and then you're always ghosted and everything's just the way it is. Everyone's busy. But with you guys, we've always been able to stay in contact, and I love that. Even a couple of years after the tour, I was rolling through and I just stopped by the bar that you worked at or something. We got to hang out for like an hour. It was cool. But yeah, you guys were called We Gave It Hell, and I believe you guys are all the same members except Adam, and Adam was one of your guitar players. Otherwise, it was just, hey, we're the same band. We're just changing name. So I guess just to dive into it, like that was my first like personal, because we had a conversation years like when you actually did it, but like I'm very interested in going back to that time period of like, we're looking to do a tour and we don't know what to do. We don't have an agent. We can't figure it out. Somehow get tossed around to be like, oh, here's this Seth guy from, what was it? Artery booking agency.
Global.
Yeah. And then he was, I don't even remember how the conversation went, but it was something like he was like, yeah, I'll take up this tour and book it for you, but I want a band that I represent on it, kind of thing. And that was you guys. So it was like, okay, so it's going to be We Gave It Hell. And then we ended up with our label mates, because we were on Stay Sick, Dead Ships, and then it was us. And then we were going to do like a 3-week all across the country kind of tour, which we had never done. We'd only done like a week run or another 5-day run. But then it was like, oh, we had this whole, I feel like it was even planned to be longer, like a month and a half. And then we cut it in half. And I remember getting frustration sent to me for that, because like half of it was already booked, like up on the East Coast and stuff. And it was like, actually, we can't make that work. So let's start in Florida. So you guys drove all the way from Las Vegas. We drove from Minnesota. You met up in Florida. I think that's where it started. And Orlando. Yeah. Soundbar. I think they had a different name back then. But yeah, so we did that whole tour. It was really good, really fun. And then you guys, feel like it wasn't, because that was 2018. Wasn't it like 2020 or around there that you guys rebranded?
2019 is when.
Oh yeah. So it was like right after that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess like, so we decided end of like 2017, we're like, all right, we were already working on an album when We Gave It Hell, and like we had this whole plan, and we were like, all right, well, we want to tour more and do this whole thing. And quick shout out to Seth. Seth was like maybe one of the few people in the entirety of the music business that I felt like understood us and like got what we were going for, and was like on board to support us however that might have been. So yeah, we did that tour with you guys. It was a lot of fun. So it was like that first drive was, I think, 33 hours for us. It was because Seth approached us and was like, hey, do you want a long drive at the beginning of the tour or the end? And I was like, obviously the beginning. I don't want to end the tour and be like, hey, you want to drive all the way across the country, like back home?
Yeah, dude, how was that? Okay, because again, I don't remember the exact conversation, but like you're just chilling, and then Seth is like, yo, there's this band that wants a tour. Do you guys want to do it? Or like, how did that even get brought to your guys' attention?
I think it was we were just telling him like, hey, we obviously just put out this album and we're trying to tour and we're trying to go play shows, so like pretty much whatever you got, just let us know. We were very eager and still pretty green. We'd only done like, I think, three, maybe four smaller tours. I think the longest one we had done at that point was like 17 days. And so Seth was like, all right, well, if you guys want to do like a month, we'll make it work. Um, so, um, yeah, I think he approached us and like what he threw together, because I wasn't even aware of that there was like an East Coast one
Oh,
part of it
okay.
that was going to be, because I always tell people, I'm like, that's the one place I haven't toured is the East Coast, because that whole tour we did like everywhere, because after the run with you guys we did a run with we basically just like hopped from one to the next, and the next one was Redeem, Revive,
Oh.
of Virtue,
Oh,
and
really? Dang.
yeah, and so we did like two-ish weeks with them, and then they uh, like played a couple more shows after we dropped off. Um, but yeah, so we continued on and we did like the rest of that run, and so then that's when we hit like California and like a bunch of West Coast spots. So um,
So that was a busy year for
yeah,
you guys as far as touring.
I think we did like 30 or it was like 27 shows, 30 shows, something like that. Um, and then we were gone for like 40 days, um, which was cool because like I don't know. Thankfully, it worked out. My job was cool with me leaving. Everyone still had jobs when they came back home, and we played a lot of shows. And then we came home and we didn't do shit.
Same.
It was it was like, dude, we got home and I don't know what happened. Like uh, we had started like writing newer material during that time frame. Obviously, we weren't like doing nothing, but
As far as like
um,
out on the road touring and stuff, it was just
we wanted to be like, it wasn't for lack of trying. We kept hitting up Seth and being like, all right, yeah, that was in uh, March through April, and we were like, oh, let's try and do something summertime, and just like nothing was happening. Um, and then I think it was towards the end of that year, um, Seth was like, hey, I'm quitting booking. Um, and I'm like, okay, so that sucks. He's like, I'm gonna try and like give you guys another agent on Artery, but like I really can't guarantee that. It's kind of up to them. And so we were like, all right, I guess we'll see how this goes. And yeah, nobody picked us up. So then I think it was October of that year, maybe November. Adam, like we we got a show offer for, I think it was Winds of Plague, doing a 10-year of
hmm,
one of their, I think their first album. And I'm like, all right, yeah, that'll be a fun show,
it's
whatever.
just a one off.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was just like a Vegas show, and so I was like, all right, that'll be fun. And yeah, like a month before that show, we showed up to practice, and like I remember walking in, and uh, Adam's just sitting there, and I'm not sure if you remember Adam's demeanor in general, but he's very like mild mannered, like doesn't he's always kind of serious, but this was obviously a different kind of seriousness. But he was just like, yeah, I'm quitting the band, and I was like, oh, okay. And mind you, I think this was probably like 10 years of playing, maybe 8 years playing music with Adam, something like that. So it
So
felt like a breakup. I was like
oh dang.
legit sad. I was like, no, dude. He's like, yeah, I just like realized that as we were getting ready to play the show, he's like, I haven't played guitar in like 6 months. I just like don't like have passion for it anymore. And like, yeah, I just think that I want to give up and move on. And I was like, I can't knock him there. If he just doesn't care
Yeah,
about it
yeah.
anymore, then
Why
by all
force it?
means.
Yeah. But like so
So
you okay, so for anyone that doesn't know, because you and Parker you do vocals. I guess I didn't even start off with that. It's like, who is this guy? So Taylor, you are vocals for ALURA, and your brother Parker is the drummer. And when you guys were, we gave it hell, that was still the situation. You guys, everyone's still playing the same instruments. So obviously you and Parker have been playing music for a long time, but I didn't know that you and Adam were also doing music for a long time. Was it all under We Gave It Hell? I didn't think you guys were around for that long, like 8 years before we even met you.
No, okay, maybe it was less. I think he maybe. I get confused on timelines because
you need the facts, okay? If you say
all right, it was 5. It was 5 years. It was 5 years. I think he joined in like 2013. Yeah, maybe even 2012.
Okay, but was that the start of the band, or was the band already around?
So I officially joined the band in 2011 on bass, and I was doing like backup vocals. I just graduated high school, and yeah, so like we had a singer. We put out 1 EP.
Oh man, there's a whole lore drop here I didn't even know about.
Yeah, that EP is not on streaming services anywhere. I think I have like 1 copy somewhere. I don't know. Songs are cool. I still I keep telling Drew, I'm like, we should redo that song. He's like, I don't want to bring that back, and I'm like, but it's a sick song. Like, anyways, so yeah, and then our singer was like not really working out. He was kind of holding us back, if anything. We were like making recording like newer songs, and he wanted us to go like a particular direction, and it just like wasn't what we were doing or what we were interested in doing. And so he kind of just made the decision that he wanted to quit. And then Drew was like, well, if he's quitting, I think I'm just about done with music. And
that
I was
long
like,
ago, wow.
Yeah, so I was like, oh my God, dude, this is I don't want this band to end. My brother and I worked at the same place, so I managed to have the same lunch as him. And I was like, what do I do, man? Like, what if I try and sing? Because I guess this is even more lore, is that when I was 16, I tried out for the band, or the first version of the band, to be the singer, and they didn't pick me because like my voice wasn't quite there yet. Like I wasn't really a great singer.
Is that always what you wanted to do? Like if you tried out for it, was that like, I want to be a vocalist, or was it just, I want to do anything with music?
It was kind of just whatever. Like the first band I ever played in, I played drums.
Okay.
And I wasn't very good. I just like, I had been messing around on Parker's like little electronic drum kit for a long time, just because I thought drums were fun. And then I met some friends in like middle school, and they were like, I like went over to his house and I like played on their little electronic drum kit, and they were like, "You're better than our drummer." I'm like, "I'm really not that good." So, but it was a punk and ska band.
Drummers are hard to come by though when you're in school. Like we need a drummer. Yeah. Like there's like one in the state. It seems like.
Yeah. So I don't know. It was fun, and then yeah, but yeah, so like I played for that band for a while, and then we wanted to switch genres because I listened to more like metalcore and rock bands rather than punk and ska. And so we did a band for a while, and my brother Parker wanted to play drums, and so I played drums with him. Or he switched to drums, and I was like, well, what am I gonna do? Like, well, you could be the singer, because I was the only one that could really like scream. So yeah, I sang for that band for a few years, and then joined another band playing bass and vocals. And that band I thought was going to be it. And then they kicked me out for no reason. I don't know.
You didn't have the mustache yet.
No, that makes sense.
Yep.
So I was like in between bands for a while. So that's when I auditioned for the first version of We Gave It Hell, which the original name for the band is a mouthful. It was called Apatura Iris. Um, they liked that it was unique. I don't
I mean,
know, but
it is.
saying it hurts.
What's up? Where?
Apatura Iris. Yeah. So, but yeah. So thankfully, around the time that I joined in high school, they were like, "Yeah, we're gonna change the name to We Gave It Hell," and I was like, "That's way better." So yeah, we did that. Drew was talking about quitting. I was like, maybe I should try singing again. We went in and recorded the first 3 songs we put out, and I was sick as a dog. I had like strep throat, whatever it was. For some reason, I still recorded the EP because it was like a time crunch sort of thing.
Yeah, been there. You
That's
have
the
to.
vocals
Yeah.
that went on the EP, and I was like, all right, I guess we're doing this. And that, I guess, worked out. So, yeah.
So then you're We
I
Gave It
guess.
Hell for many years, and then you're like, okay,
Yes.
Adam's quitting. We haven't done any tours in a while. Seth isn't doing our booking. Like,
so we had already kind of loosely started talking about changing the band name when Adam was still in it, because the music we were writing was like a little different. We're like, we don't feel like this is necessarily identifying with the name anymore. And I just think even on that tour, I remember like so many marquees got our name wrong, and like it was like "Give 'em hell" or like "We gave it all" or you know, just whatever it might have been. And I think that also was a deterrent for us. We were just kind of saw like the long term or the longevity of it was like, do we really think this is gonna like pan out for us well? Like if people are always they're always anticipating that we're going to be like way heavier than we actually are. They're thinking we're like a deathcore band because we have hell in our name. So there's like
yeah, I suppose that's valid.
There's like this automatic connotation of like we're the satanic or heavy or whatever it is. Like they just thought they're like I'll never forget, like I can't remember where we were on that tour, but we went to some like I think it was like Steak and Shake or something in the middle of America, and this random like older woman came up to us and was like, "Are you guys in a band? You guys look like you might be in a band." And I'm like, "Yeah, we are." She goes, "Oh, what's the name of your band?" And I said, "We Gave It Hell." And the look on her face was just like, oh, like oh, well, that's cool. Well, nice to meet you. Have a great day. Like she just immediately didn't care anymore. And I'm like, that's bad. That's not good.
Like, we need the old white women to like our band.
That's our true fan base. Yeah. That's who we're making music for.
We're not even identifying with our target audience.
No. So, yeah, we kind of just we made the choice to change the name, and we went through like a few different names. And
dude, ALURA is sick. I think even when you guys debuted the logo too, I was like, that logo is so fucking. I love it. Like it's just so, and the A, it just. Oh, I love it. I think that was like a super cool move.
Yeah, it's like we were super worried about it. We were kind of like, oh, this could like, what if this debuts and everyone hates it? And they're like, oh, this is so shitty.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but it wasn't even like, hey, these are all our socials and like our it's like our Spotify. Or, I mean, not that it was necessarily as prevalent back then, but it was like, it wasn't even just we're gonna change the name. It's like we're all the same people, but we're gonna create a new band. Like we're changing to this. It's not because I'm pretty sure like the We Give It Hell like page is still up and stuff, right?
Yeah, I mean,
because you wanted it to be like this was this catalog and like this is the new like this band's catalog.
Yeah, we were trying to make the distinction between the two because I think even on like the preview that we put out, it was like We Gave It Hell is dead. The funny thing is we actually tried to use all of our socials and like the old ones. Facebook we couldn't get. I don't know why they wouldn't let us change it. We tried everything to like make sure that it like would be different. And yeah, because the We Gave It Hell page is still up. And Yeah, that because I feel like that would have helped maybe to retain some of the different fans. But yeah, Facebook didn't allow us to do it. YouTube also didn't allow us to change it. Instagram, I think we moved over. Twitter was also moved over. But yeah, it was just like it didn't work out exactly how we wanted it, as with most things with our band. So, or
True
maybe just
that.
most bands in general. I don't know
Yeah,
if
no, I
we
was
have the
like,
same,
you're singing the
you
anthem.
know,
Let's go.
yeah. But it was really cool when it happened because immediately like the first song we put out, Counterfeit, was like got Spotify playlisted and like did better than pretty much a majority of the We Gave It Hell catalog. Just like right off the first two songs, and I'm like, oh well, this is actually kind of working out.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, we tried to change up like the way we looked, the way we sounded, everything. Like that first video we filmed in my living room in the house I still live in.
Yeah, I told
We like,
Parker because he's a hired gun for other bands, just
mhm,
for touring stuff. But when he came through, and we were talking about content and like just the grind of like TikTok and all that stuff. But it was like we were starting to talk about it, and I was saying how just your guys' aesthetic that you go for with your content, I love because it's so like vintage. And he was saying that he's the one that actually like edits that or like color grades and like does like I don't know because there's like a very I don't know the colors and just the subtle blurriness. It just like it has like a really cool look to it. It doesn't look like it's just a phone, so it's like super low
mhm.
quality, but it doesn't look like a cinema red camera that's like super movie. It has like a very I don't know. I think the branding and the
Yeah,
aesthetic is really cool.
yeah. I mean, we definitely tried to manipulate that over the course of time, and yeah, I mean, between Parker and myself, kind of like handling all of the social media stuff. Parker was doing it for the longest time. I've kind of like taken over a majority of it this year. Um, but yeah, I mean, we're just like, I don't know, you're just tired of like the same old recycled like band guys wearing all black and, everyone doing the exact same thing. It's like cool band photo, guys wearing all black. And like, I don't know, it also like, I hate to say that like I kind of agree with the like if a guy wears shorts on stage, I don't know, this is completely off topic, I guess, but I was just like if someone's just like on stage wearing gym shorts, I'm like lazy. Uh
Yeah,
like I don't know, it just like I'm there to see a show or a performance, like at least try to look somewhat like you care.
yeah,
Unless like that's your vibe, like I know like hardcore bands like Drain and shit
right,
like
right. See,
that.
it's
Like
not like a
I get
one
it. Like
size fits all. It's like
yeah.
contextually it matters. It can work
If,
or
if
it
it
usually doesn't.
if it matches the vibe, sure. But like, yeah, I don't know. I don't think that we'll ever have like an all black era ever again. I mean, maybe don't quote me on that. I don't really know, but
I know in like 3 years
I
from now, you guys are gonna post a picture. I'm gonna be like, "But we have a clip of you saying
yeah,
you're a
just
hypocrite."
pull up the clip, pull up the clip.
No, it's
Yeah,
funny because we literally had that conversation with our singer Cody on the last tour that we did. We were gonna go on stage for the first show, and we're like, "Oh, let's do this stupid TikTok." Where we're like, we're wearing our regular clothes, and then we'll like snap our fingers, and we'll be in our stage clothes kind of thing. And then Cody's like, "Well, I'm
mhm.
already in my stage clothes," and he was just wearing like a bear tooth like oversized tee with like just gym shorts and his like black shoes, white socks. He's like regular hangout clothes, and then Max just looks
Yeah,
at him. He's like, "No, you're not," and thinking he was joking. He's like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "Dude, you can't wear shorts." Come on. So like literally what you said. He's like, "You
yeah.
can't wear shorts on stage."
It's like, dude, like you gotta look like you care at least a little bit. Like, I don't know, maybe the vibes were different like back in the day, but like my mentality is people have paid to come see you and like, I don't know, look the part. Um, yeah, it again, it's all about like vibe contextually. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and there was that clip of like MGK talking back in the day, being like, you don't wear fucking, like, you're wearing gym shoes on stage. Like, what the fuck's your problem? Like, it's all contextual. Like, for his vibe, that worked for him. For us, I remember like having a conversation about that, maybe even like 6 months to a year before we played, being like, I think we should maybe dress a little better. Like, try to stand out. Our whole goal has been to like basically just like we're peacocking. Like I want to look as dumb as possible or like as ridiculous as I possibly can, so that people go, "What the fuck is this band doing?" Like
Mm-hmm.
majority of the time, like I'll walk on stage in one of my dumbass suits, and I'm like, I see the looks I get from people, and they're just like, "What the fuck is this guy wearing? Like, why does he look like some like weird game show host?"
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. And I'm like, all right, this is doing exactly what I want it to, which is like it gets people to pay attention.
But that's the thing too, is like it also is like what is authentic to the group, to where it's like, you don't want to just like assume like everyone and what they're all thinking and whatever, but it's like, I don't know, when I see, I don't know, even Drew in like a Hawaiian shirt, like with the like whatever the lapels or something, it's just like, are you in the like the game suit like blazer? It's like when you look at you guys, it doesn't feel like we're forcing something to stand out. So it's like you're doing what you're trying to do, but it also is like, because you're actually trying to do that it just feels authentic. Where it's like, for another band, it's like if they are like an all black wearing band, it's like, is it gimmicky and like cheesy because you're trying to look like a band, or is it like, oh, they actually like, it's genuinely the vibe? Because like maybe it's just because I've never seen you with like long swoopy scene guy hair, but it's like I just could not imagine if you and everybody in the band just decided to grow their hair out and like start, skinny jean with the, if you guys did that look, it just wouldn't feel authentic. So, but I feel like that's the trap that a lot of like bands are in, is like, oh, this is what works, so we have to do that because that's what the other bands are doing. When it's like, it always comes out, well, what who are you? Do you want to be like everyone else and then you're gonna blend in, or are you gonna like, not that you need to be like, I'm so original, like no one's done this before, I'm so cool and unique. It's like, it's not that either.
We're the first band to take band photos with our instruments. I'm gonna hold my drumsticks and you're gonna hold your guitar, and like, dude, the fact that I still see bands doing that blows my mind. I'm like, God, like, why are you still doing this? Like, what professional bands are you looking at being like, they have their guitars, other than like maybe like pre-stage photos, but like they're doing band promos with their instruments. So I'm like, yo, just like, what are you doing? Figure it out. I don't know.
Like, guess who the guitar player is?
You'll never know. I just feel like with us, it's always just been like, we are doing a bit, but it's like we've just done it for so long now that it just makes sense. Like, I don't know, I would feel wrong like going up in like a t-shirt and jeans now. It feels like off to me. And like I've done a couple other bands in the last 5 years, where I like have kind of done that, and there was like even an adjustment for that. I'm like, I feel strange because like I'm in jeans and like a tank top, and I'm like, this is, or like a cutoff t-shirt.
Yeah. Where I'm like, dude, if I don't have a cutoff tank, like I feel like I don't belong here. Like I'm just like, I have to. I don't know why.
Yeah, and that's your guys' vibe, and that works for you guys. And I think that like that's what people. It's like it's branding 101. It's like, what do you want to brand yourself as, and how do you want to be perceived? And I want to be perceived as the weird game show host that just so happens to sing in a metal band.
Hell yeah.
I think it's fun because like, I don't know, I do get tired of like that. And it's not to say that like, I hate all bands that do that, but it's just like, I get bored, man. Like, I want to see some variety, like switch it up.
Especially like being in music, it's like basically our entire lives, because we're like the same age. I'm 30. I just turned 30 this year. I feel like you're either like 29 or 32.
Yeah, I'm 32.
You are? Hell yeah.
So,
just like we've been in it for so long that it's like we see it all, that it's just like where's the next exciting thing? And then that's the thing, is then someone will do something relatively exciting, and if that pops off, then everyone's gonna follow suit and like now do that thing until it's played into the ground, and then it's all right. Well, who's gonna do the next thing? Because yeah, I mean that's like a whole train we could go down. But anyway, I guess to bring it back to the branding thing. So you guys are like, okay, so we gave it hell. We've been doing this for a while. It's not necessarily falling apart. It's just it's not really going where we want it to, and we're kind of evolving our sound in a different direction. So like, hey, let's change the name, change our branding. We're like gonna just do this new thing. So you guys put out this EP album thing, 8 songs. I'm gonna call it an album. I call 8 songs an album, I guess. But so you put out that album, and then when I saw, because we're filling a story, like we're on Out of Line, so for record label, and then when I saw them proudly welcome ALURA to the family, like, no way, I know those guys, hell yeah. So then you guys join Out of Line, and you put out was that technically an album or EP?
I don't know. It like
however you define it, it's like you're putting out these songs, and I guess I don't know if it's necessarily interesting to people. It's interesting to me, and this is my podcast, bitch, so I'm gonna ask the questions I want. So which I already know the answer to this, but so when you guys signed, you guys had a deal where it's a licensing deal, to where you still own the masters for your stuff, especially the We Gave It Hell stuff, right? Like no one's touching that.
Yeah,
like that's still your guys'.
Nobody, yeah.
But then the earlier ALURA stuff is still your guys'. They're leasing this stuff, so you still technically own the masters on the new stuff, but they're leasing it for like 10 years or whatever. And then so you still contractually owe them. You were saying before the call, like 4 songs. To where is that where it's leading to? Is like all the songs that we've put out will be like under a release, or is it going to be like just these 4 songs, or are you thinking about like taking these last 4 songs and making a new album? Like what's kind of like, where's ALURA sitting at with like strategy? What are you thinking?
So the last thing we just put out is I think 7 songs, maybe 8, I don't know. Yeah, whatever the most recent thing we just put out. It's Evergreen, which is actually in a We Gave It Hell
dude,
song.
when I saw you post that TikTok, I'm like, this sounds familiar. Wait, I've seen this live like 40 times. Oh yeah, I love this song.
Yeah. So we just like, I don't know, that was one of the songs that we just felt like this could fit in any iteration of whatever we do, because it's a great song and it just works. We like slightly changed a couple things, but overall, yeah, it's the same song. But yeah, so all the songs we just put out there from they've been recorded over the last 5 years. And so some of those songs we did finish like in 2020, and they got mixed and mastered during that time frame. Pretty much all of these songs were done during that whole era. Like we worked on a majority of them, demoed them out. I think there's maybe only one song that is newer, and that is Dumbstruck. We made that last year, and we were like, this song rips, we're putting it out. But yeah, so we were just kind of like, hey, these are all the old songs. We've been sitting on them forever, so let's just put them all out. The next sort of thing, we've had obviously accumulated demos over the course of time, and kind of just want to put out some songs and maybe do a record. I don't know. I think we are already working on like all of the release materials for the next song we're going to put out. And yeah, it's just like we don't really have a direction. Granted, we've never really had a direction. It's kind of just like, hey, this is cool. Drew has an idea, and I'm like, I'm going to write to that. And whether or not it's heavy or soft or, melodic or
it's just what's
whatever,
coming. It's the natural flow.
Yeah. So, and I do feel like the new stuff that we have been sitting on, that's like mostly ready to go is very all over the place. Like I don't want to sit in a particular area. It's like we've experimented too much, I think, to a fault. But it's like it does sound like one cohesive thing. I think as long as I'm singing on it, it sounds like us. So, and it's still Drew's like writing. Like I feel like no
You got
matter
okay, yeah. Let me
what,
jump in with that. So,
go ahead.
because
Yeah.
like, so I knew Drew is kind of like the start of like a lot of where the music comes from, but as it evolves, like, is it just you and Drew, or is it in a traditional like, hey, we all jam off of your idea, or like how's kind of like that whole process? I'm sure it
Um,
varies from song to song, but like just generally speaking.
Generally speaking, it's pretty much all Drew. So
Oh, okay.
Drew does. Drew writes all the music. He has been recording himself for a better part of like 20 years, 15, 20 years now, maybe. And so, yeah, he'll basically just write an instrumental and he'll be like, all right, I did this new thing. And then he'll send it to me and I'll go, that sounds sick. I'm going to write to that. So I will write all the lyrics, melody, vocals, and whatnot. And Drew is originally a drummer, so like the drum parts are still pretty good, fleshed out. Pretty much all that happens is like when it comes to demos, Parker will come in and kind of like switch up the drums a little bit, kind of add his own
Little touch.
flair and
Yeah, yeah,
things to
yeah.
it.
So
Yeah,
that's funny. So
that
it's
sort of
three
thing.
people in the band like have like drummer beginnings in a way. 'Cause you
Yeah,
kind of play drums, Parker plays drums, you play drums. That's funny.
yeah. So, but it's just worked out that way. Like we've tried the group writing sessions, and it just gets. I'm sure now it would be different. I think like Ryan has been one of the songs on the last EP, I guess that we put out, album, whatever. Ryan like threw a line in there because I couldn't figure out what to say. But like for the most part, it's just like I have an idea. I know kind of what I want to do with it, and Drew and I have been recording together for over 10 years now. So it's like we've got the flow. We
Yeah.
understand each other. Like it just like it works, and it's not that I'm not open to other people being involved or anything like that. A vast majority of the time, too, it's like we don't have money for a producer. Like I don't have a budget for that. Like um, I make a good, honest living, but like, man, these producers just want so much money to just sit there and tell you, like, hey, this is a good song, and it just works for us. Like, sure,
Well,
we
like
could get some
producer
sort of
as in,
outside.
because I'm not necessarily super educated, but like producer in the sense of like the person that's actually engineering, mixing, and mastering, or producer as in, oh, I'm hearing your song and I'm rearranging and I'm adding post production and I'm like changing melody, like I'm producing your song, or in like the literal like what it sounds like
Yes,
production.
that's more so what I mean. Like, so because we've recorded everything ourselves.
Okay.
Everything that ALURA has put out, we recorded it um, at in Drew's garage, and then we send it off to get mixed and
Okay.
mastered. Everything was done by our friend Mike Som. Um, Love that guy. He plays bass in the band Crown Magnetar, if you've ever heard of
Hmm.
them. Um, but yeah, so that's kind of the direction we went, because we just felt like maybe um, like Drew's mixes sound good, like the demos sound like fully fleshed out tracks. It's just Mike has better things to run it through, and it sounds a little bit more full. Like he
Yeah.
can kind of bring out like different elements that maybe can't be brought out through whatever Drew is
Yeah. No,
using.
I'm in the
Um,
same boat with that. Like even this last Black Friday, I'm like, do I really need another one of these plugins? Because I'm not even gonna mix it anyway. It's just gonna make my demo sound a little better. Is it worth $300 for this mixing plugin? It's like whatever.
yeah. So I mean, we've always toyed with the idea of maybe having Drew do it because I mean, they sound great, but yeah, we'll see what the future holds there. But as far as producing goes, yeah, it's mostly just like there's all these bands, I guess modern like metalcore bands. They'll go in the studio and they'll work with somebody, whether it's I guess to name a few is like Dan Bronstein or
Mm.
like Jordan Fish or Zach Cervini or whoever it is like these
Those
days
are like
that
all
is
like the
doing a
current
majority of like
staples right now. Yeah.
yeah. So um, like I can't afford those guys.
Yeah.
Like I don't know exactly what they charge, but I'm sure it's a lot. Um, so until like a budget is presented to us where it's like, hey, you get X amount of money to make a record, like we're just gonna do it ourselves. And I feel like we've done pretty well so far. Like I don't know what I could do or change. Like I'll go back and re-listen to our songs and analyze them over and over again just to be like, did this
Mm.
like not hit because the music sucks? Like, no, it's not that. It's just like it's just
Okay,
I don't know.
that's an interesting topic we can kind of go into, because I've done that too, because we actually plan to remake our first album, which
Oh,
before
nice.
Logan left we planned on doing that anyway, but now it makes even more sense because now it's our new singer, so it's like we can have those songs that people know with the new singer,
Yeah.
because it's like I don't know, because it's like as I've just grown as a songwriter, it's like when a song of ours does like come on shuffle, I have been able to pick out, but it's the stuff. It's like it's not gonna change anything. No one's even gonna notice anything. It's just for me. I'm like,
Hmm.
this transition out of the breakdown into chorus 3. I'm like, it's a little rough. It's kind of bare bones. It's kind of boring, but it's only like 4 seconds long, and no one said any. I mean, there's been one comment in 10 years since the album's been out or whatever, be like,
Yeah.
oh, I feel like this part could have used, or this breakdown could have had some more orchestra or something, like another songwriter putting their thoughts in or whatever. But it's just like no one notices or cares about that kind of thing. So I'm like, is that going to be the thing that makes this song a hit? Just because I added some extra pads or synths to a part? No,
No.
no. But I'm like, God, there's just so many things for me that I'm like, oh, okay, I would, if I were to write that today, I would pick out and change this. But it's almost like just for a personal passion project, I guess. I'm sure we're gonna get a lot of hate for
Yeah.
it, because like, how dare you touch your old material, especially with a different singer. But um,
Hey, that's why we're just doing it and just we rebranded. So like, we're gonna take all of our old songs and dude, I've had so many people be like, why don't you redo this song? Because I mean, long story short, a lot of the We Gave It Hell EPs, with the exception of like the one album we put out, we got like shafted in so many ways. Like every producer we worked with just forgot about us. And Drew ended up having to do a majority of the like
mm,
mix and master on those songs. So, um, yeah, like we have used this stuff in the past, but now it's like, okay, we can definitely do this song in a way that like fits us now. And I think if we were to re-release it, maybe it would like hit even harder. So I
well,
don't
yeah,
know.
especially I guess now if you have like a pretty good working relationship with someone that you like, that can actually like mix and master the stuff or whatever.
Yeah, yeah, and I mean, even now we're like we've been debating on like, oh, do we go to somebody different, like, or do we keep the same sound? It's like it's so difficult to decide that because like it's each song is like a stamp in time, and like
Hmm.
you hear what happens when I guess the only example I can really say that I've seen in real time was like Loathe put out one song that they like produced and mixed and mastered like all themselves, and it got like roasted.
Oh,
I
really?
remember reading through
Dang.
those comments. Yeah, I remember reading through the comments being like, "Yo, this sounds like shit," uh, and I wouldn't say it sounds bad. It's just like it's different. So like there was a certain quality that people were anticipating, and then they put out like one random song, and it just like I felt like everyone was like, "This
Dude,
was not good."
that's the cool thing about, I mean, it's also a curse, I guess, at the same time, but like it's cool how audio, like the literal sound, like whoever does the mix master, like makes it sound the way it does, and that can completely change an emotion. an emotional connection to the song, like the way if something's like under compressed or over compressed, it's like it's even stuff that you might not even like, I'm not like feeling it. It's the feeling. But when things are like whatever the vocal or whatever the part calls for, a producer that can have an ear for that, be like, oh, this needs a little bit more of this or a little bit more delay.
Yeah.
The emotions that it can evoke. I'm just like, I'm really thankful that our guy Sebastian, when I'm like, I have to be like one of those annoying clients because I'm super specific. So like the whole like typical, you get 2 rounds of revisions and then that's it. You got to pay more. I always end up paying more because I have way more revisions because I'm very specific. But with Sebastian, he has like this cool thing where like in real time, he sends me his DAW audio. So even though he's in Spain, I'm here and we're like on a Discord call, but like I can hear what his session's doing. So I'll be like, oh, okay, right there. Can you turn that, the third harmony, can you turn that up so that's the loudest harmony of the 3? And then that'll make the sound of that vocal feel different than it being the other way around. It's like, ultimately, is anybody going to care? I don't know. But like, to me, I think it's cool that the little teeny things that do create the sound can totally change something. So yeah, if someone's like, I have this connection to this band and the sound they have, and then it's a completely different sonically speaking sound, that can totally change your experience.
It's the sauce, man.
The sauce.
Like the extra the sauce,
dude,
you know, like
you just reminded me on that tour that we did. The whole tour is just like, hey, can I get a sausage and pepperoni pizza? But hold the sausage and pepperoni.
Yeah. Can I get a sausage mushroom pizza? How you doing? Yeah, that was we still do that to this day.
Amazing.
But yeah, I think the little things make a difference. I think personally, like we're one of the easiest bands to work with because like we don't really say shit. It's mostly because Drew hammered it in and was like, please don't fucking make like all the miniature corrections. Like it's so stupid. Like it's not gonna matter. There are little things that I'm like, that I'll notice, but normally I'll catch them and then I point them out and that's it. Like I don't really care. I think that a majority of the time we've like overanalyzed every little detail of the songs that we've sent over to the point where it's like if you work with somebody enough, like they get it. So
right, that's the thing. Like definitely.
Mike has understood. Like I don't even have to say anything with him anymore, and I'm just like, yeah, you can throw whatever you want in there. Like if you think that there's some sort of random sauce you want to toss in there, that's cool.
Yeah, because there's like no right or wrong, good or bad. I mean, maybe, but I'm just saying, like, because it's like everyone has a different ear. So like if I'm the producer, it's like this is my sound, but like every client's gonna have their sound that needs to mesh with my sound. So it's like, yeah.
It's just, I mean, it's all, I guess, subjective. I don't know. Everyone has their own idea of like what their band's supposed to sound like, and I get it. Like I'm very aware of other people who are in other bands who are like so nitpicky and so perfectionist when it comes to like their own material. And like, I think that like for me personally, I'm trying to get out of this light in my window. I can just see it in my face, and I'm like,
dude, sometimes when it's like right here, it almost looks like a tattoo, like above and below your eye.
What the fuck is going on? Like I'm trying to get out of it. Okay, I think I can just move my computer here. Okay, that feels better. I think as far as sound goes, though, like we're pretty easy. I don't really care that much. I'm like, it is what it is. As long as the performance is there and the harmonies are there, like sure, it's probably gonna sound pretty good. But maybe I should care more. Maybe that's why we're not bigger. I don't know, but you know, we'll see. I'm just I just like that it's done, and like I'm still able to put out music. Like I feel like I have to remind myself all the time and be like, wow, like I've been doing this a long time, and somehow like the music's still sick and I still like it. So I guess we're doing something right.
Yeah.
So like if I hate it, then like well, we wouldn't put it out. But like even the songs that I'm kind of like, you know, this one could be a little bit better. Like normally we won't put it out, or we'll work on it some more and then we'll like fine tune it, and then that ends up being what comes out. Like, if I'm being honest, there's only like one song from ALURA that we put out recently that I was like, it's all right.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
One.
It's the second song we put out earlier this month. It's called Monocore. It's not a bad song. It's just when we first recorded it, we were like, that's the single. And then as time went on, we just like kept making more songs and doing other things.
Been
The
there.
song just like it became like my least favorite. And I'm like, well, I don't really think this needs to be like a single. I think it's fine. Like, it's a good song, but it's not my favorite. I do feel like it drags a bit in the verses specifically.
Dude, that's so
but like,
it's so interesting because it's like, I don't know, because it's like when I think of bands I listen to, it's like, okay, but like not every song is a 10 out of 10 home run, but that doesn't mean I don't love it. Like, there can just be songs in a band's on an album from a band, like whatever, and it's like, oh, not even in my top 20 songs from them, but like when it comes on shuffle, oh yeah, this deep cut, like I like this song. Like there's a time and place for it, so it's like not that every single song needs to be just a banger necessarily, but it's like almost it's where we're maybe it's like maybe subconscious for music creators because it's just that's just where the world is like, oh, everything needs to have that bang in 15 seconds for TikTok and just as many as possible, because if it doesn't hit, then like you're a loser and you need as many streams and numbers when it's like, dude, but not every song has to be the most insane, perfect, either heavy or soft, or like there can just be a song that just is what it is.
Yeah.
To where that's why I end up sitting on so many songs in the folder, because I'm like, I don't feel like this is like VOTS quality, like, but I still like it. But then I'm like, okay, I sit on it forever, and then I'm like, okay, next album cycle, let me dig this out. See, is there anything? I can't think of anything to change to this. So it's like, does that make the song bad, or is it just that's just that song? And yeah, it's not a 10 out of 10, but like, but then I'm like, but I don't necessarily feel like I can release it under VOTS though. But then that's my own level of perfectionism. Be like, nah, it can't. So I did that with one song and just like put it out on like a solo, like just under my name and don't even promote it, whatever. Just like, but it's out there.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, whenever I do listen to it again, I'm like, hey, maybe this should have been a VOTS song. But I'm like, no, there's a reason why I just put it. Yeah. It didn't fit the thing, whatever. But like, yeah, I still got so many songs just like that are essentially done that I'm just like, but they're not necessarily for VOTS. So I'm just like, I don't know what to do with them, but I don't know.
Yeah. It's the singles mentality that has ruined B-sides for, and Drew and I always talk about it, but like we're very much so like B-side people. Like some of our favorite songs are like not the songs that like were the singles or like the most popular songs. And so like we'll fall in love with like a particular song and someone will be like, oh yeah, like we've had people from the label like listen to our song and be like, oh, that's more of a B-side. And I'm like, I don't know, that song kind of rips, dude. Like I think that that's one of the sicker songs that we have. But and even then, like when we were initially signing with the label and like we were talking about like what do we want to put out as the first single, I think Drew and I both said Wonderland, and I think the other guys were like, that feels like more of like a B-side song, but okay. And sure enough, I'm like, well, let's see what the label has to say about it. And then we sent them all of the songs that we had, and they're like, yeah, Wonderland seems like a good one. And I was like, I told you. Yeah. I'm like, that's a sick song. So I think that for me, it's because we definitely want to do that. Like there's other songs that are like, I've listened to it a few times. They're like, I'll call them growers, not showers. You know, they're like the song builds. It's not just like from the moment it starts, it's like the ear candy that you get of like, ooh, this is spicy. Like I love what's happening here. It's like I like a song that like the longer you listen to it, the more it changes, and like we always try to add like little nuances in our songs. It's like we never want every chorus to be exactly the same. It's like if it is, it's like, all right, yeah, I guess it just worked out like that. But sometimes we'll like change a like one word or like a line slightly, and then like, or there'll be like an additional harmony that's added
Yeah.
that wasn't in. So just to really make it so like each chorus is
It's
sounding
like progressing. It's
more and more
going
full.
somewhere. Yeah. Or
Yeah.
yeah, you
So
saying the singles mentality is definitely it, because I had a thought and then it went woo, it went away. But it was something he said something that triggered a thought that damn. Anyway, I cut you off, but you can keep going.
you'll never know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it just feels like that with music, everybody and wants to have that clip, that 15-second thing, and like, don't get me wrong, it works. Like, I think one of the most recent bands I saw it work for is Fox Lake.
Oh,
If you're
I've heard of
familiar with
them. I don't
them,
know their music though.
yeah. They have this song, and it's like a basically a call out before a breakdown. I'm like, I see so many different, I mean, it's been happening for months now, but like, I've seen so many people just posting like the TikTok of that
Hmm.
clip specifically. And it made like their first headlining tour really, like, the shows looked sick, like for them being a smaller band. And like, I've listened to them for quite a while. Um, not trying to be like the guy that says like I knew them before they were cool, but um, so and but I will be the guy that says I knew Sleep Token before they were cool, because I was actually listening to Sleep Token on the tour that we did.
Oh,
Um,
dang. Okay.
I showed the guys like the first EPs on that tour, and we were bumping like Calcutta and like all those other songs from the first two EPs. Um, and so I
Dang,
will be the
Taylor, I
first
didn't know
person
you
to
were
be like,
so cool.
I'm sick as fuck, dude. I've been listening to them since like 2017.
Hell yeah.
But
Dude, isn't that
anyways, yeah.
so
So I
crazy?
think
It can just happen.
like I had a feeling, because I remember listening to that. A buddy sent it to me like randomly, and so I'll shout out my friend Jacob. He's the one who sent it to me. I heard it once before, and I was like, oh, that was weird. Okay. And then he's like, hey, have you heard this? And I was like, I'm pretty sure I did listen to this at one point. And so it was like, what sounded like a hip hop type song, or like just like a singer over some beats, and then it went into a breakdown, and I was like, what the hell is this? And then now seeing where they are, I'm like, dude, this is, I couldn't have predicted it. I knew that there was something special about them, but I could not have predicted how
To
huge they
that
are now.
level.
Like,
Yeah. That's crazy.
um, but anyways, yes, singles mentality. It fucking
Oh,
sucks.
yeah,
I
yeah,
think that
yeah,
we need
yeah.
to
Because
get
it's
back.
like, oh, when I've been curious before, and I'll like go to the streaming numbers on like an album like Reckless and Relentless, Asking Alexandria, and be like, this was my favorite song off of that. Where is that in the like the numbers? Like, oh, I like the second least stream song the most, and then like my favorite is actually, or my least favorite is the most stream, and like stuff like that, where I'm like, that's so interesting. That doesn't mean that I don't like I love them all, but like it's so like,
Mhm.
if I were to personally rank these, if I were to go off the numbers, it's almost the opposite of what like the numbers show. So when you're doing that for
Yeah.
your own band, you're like, well, here's the numbers. The numbers are telling you more people want this. So you feel I have to do this. But now that's putting the goal isn't create music. The goal is create something for someone else. Like you have to hit this market or hit these parameters where it's like,
Yeah.
but not every song is going to be, like I said, like a 10 out of 10, to where like you need to go in a certain direction.
Yeah. Yeah. It's tough, man. Like, because you try to fit into this world of like, well, I want to just keep creating music that we like playing, but we also have to like appease the audience that we have.
Yeah, because like
And
if the goal
I,
is I'm an artist and that's going to be what I do with my life, we live in a society, so like we need to like make money.
yeah.
So it's like it's that conundrum of like it does require enough attention and like people
Mhm.
to care, but then it's also like, but I don't care. Like I don't want to care about what anyone, I'm just doing this to do it because
Dude.
I like it, but I have to have other
Yeah.
people like it. It's
Yeah, it's tough, man, because like we definitely fall into that category because I feel like we just kind of put out music that we like, and with Allura, that was kind of our mentality. We always just wanted to be like, we don't really give a shit. Like, we're not searching for a particular style or sound. Like, we can do whatever we want, and that's kind of what we've tried to build an audience to never be able to recognize and be like, oh, that's that sound. But like, realistically, our three most streamed songs, two of them are kind of similar. They're like very adjacent as far as like their songs or their styles go. And then the other one is like Lowlands, which is like more of like a softer, or I guess like groovier, more melodic type song. And so um, those have consistently been our most streamed songs, even like, and those are all 5 years old. And like, it sucks to say that, but it's like I've told Drew on multiple occasions, I'm like, we should try and do like a part two of
Mm.
like Counterfeit, or like try and do something that kind of sounds like that. And he's always been like, no. And he made a song. There's like a demo that we're sitting on that I'm like, that's kind of it, dude. Like, we should do this. And he's like, I don't know. He's like never stoked about it. And I'm like, I've been writing to it like quietly, and I am just like waiting for it to be done to where I can just go, hey, like, we're doing this today.
Yeah,
And I just
here
want
it
to
is. What
like,
do you think? Like, it's pretty good, huh?
yeah. So I just think that it sucks, man, because it does like, it's something you need. You need to have the fucking bangers so that people buy the albums or like listen to the songs. But like, it would be cool to just like put out a song because it's fine. Like,
Mm.
it's a song. It's still your band. Like, you're still. I don't hate anything I've ever made. Maybe the earliest demos from the first band I was ever in, but that's because I was like
Yeah,
13.
yeah,
So
yeah, way different. Well, yeah, you saying that
I don't
is
know.
like it's in alignment with like how on TikTok I've heard it numerous times where it's like, oh, if you have something that pops off, you are rewarded if you do the same thing again and again and again, and that becomes the thing that your account is known for because it's proven to work. But now you can't step out of that box, or the engagement goes down, which kills you in the algorithm, which means no, I have to stay in this lane. I have to do the one thing. So it's like if they like a certain song from you, that's your number one stream song. It's it's like you're wired to be like, I have you that feeling of like I have to make more of that, because then that'll keep me rising. It'll keep the machine moving. But then it's like, but that isn't the reason why we even got in here or made that first big song in the first place. Is like,
Yeah.
it's to be an expression to where like if we happen to write something else that's adjacent to that, or like has a, I don't know, I've had songs where I'm like, okay, my goal isn't let me write Losing Control Part 2, but like if I'm just like
Mhm.
riffing and also I'm like, oh, this is the same tempo as like I'm doing a riff and I'm like the same tempo as that, like
Yeah.
okay, and then I can kind of hear. So now it's like, oh, I wrote a song. You can sing Losing Control over it, so it's the same song, but it's like it is not the same song. Like it sounds way different, but like it's like under the hood, it's the same engine kind of
Yeah.
thing. But then it's like
Hmm.
I don't know, like because like for us, like we like radio rock shit and we like heavy shit, and then without fail, every single time the radio rock shit is the stuff that gets the most streams, which makes sense because it's the most casual, easy to listen to music. So the more average fan that just listens to playlists and doesn't do deep dives into bands, if you get a radio song on a radio playlist and people listen to it, it's just casual listeners. So it
Yeah.
kind of inflates your numbers. And then, but then it's like, oh, like, because out of our top 10 songs, I think Dragon Sickness is number 9. And that's the only like metalcore, like with like primarily breakdowns and screaming over singing and melody. So I'm like, we have one
Yeah.
song out of 10 that is heavy. Everything else is like
Hmm.
rock or really soft. So I'm like, so the numbers are saying we should go all in on radio, which is like
Hmm.
that. But then that's the conundrum in my brain. I'm like, dude, so if we did that, we could probably explode. We could probably be a really big band if we do that. But then I'm like, but the heavy shit is, it's not like heavy is the new trend. So let's write some heavy shit. Oh, everyone's going radio. Okay, well now let's just do radio. Oh, heavy's cool again. Let's go back to heavy. It's just like, nah, which that almost sounds like pompous to be like, I have integrity and other bands don't. But it's like, that's just me. And I feel like you're a similar person where you're just like, I'm not gonna compromise myself for other people. But again, it's not even that it's wrong, because it's like, if that's what you're doing, then like technically on paper you did it, good job, like you're a huge successful band now, and if you liked doing it, that's great. Like, I'm not here to judge that, but it's just like, man, I almost wish I didn't care, because then I could just make radio bangers and be like a huge fan. But it's just like, no, but I love the breakdowns, I have to have the breakdowns.
Yeah, it's tough, man. I think that we kind of fall into a similar category. I think we've never tried to like hone in on one particular sound, because we would get bored. And don't get me wrong, like at this point, I've never been offered like, hey man, we'll give you all of the things if you just stick in this one lane. And I think that's our biggest issue, is like, we've never had like, it's never been like blatantly obvious. I've never put out a song where it's been like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Like, all right, this is what we got to do from here on out. Like, as far as like just creativity goes, like I like bouncing all over the place. That's also kind of what inspired me to like go out and play in like two other bands, or sing for two other bands. And I played bass and sang for one band, and then I became the singer of another band, because I was like, well, I can like double down on this in these genres, because like one was a deathcore band, and then the other one is like more like leans very heavily metal.
Okay.
And so I was like, yeah, these will be fun experiments. And honestly, like, as specifically with the metalcore band, that I guess is still a thing, but like we just haven't done anything in a very long time. It's some of like my favorite stuff I've done, because I just was like, wow, it was just fun to just like be in one lane, like, and be able to like explore kind of like a different side of things. And without, I guess with ALURA, it's always felt like I've felt more pressure, because it's like the band I've been in since I was fucking 18. So it's like I've been playing music with Drew and Parker for 14 years. I mean, Parker I've been playing music with since I was like 14, so going on 20 years now. But yeah, it's just like I've always felt a lot more pressure with ALURA, because I'm like, ooh, like, even though we can do whatever, it still feels like maybe there's a chance that like, if we try this one thing, like it won't work for us, and then everyone will hate us, and then that'll be the end,
Dude, actually, yeah, no, I feel the same, because I've been in VOTS since 18 too, so it's like, maybe that's where that was coming from earlier, when I'm like, this can't be released under VOTS, because it's like, yeah, but
you care to a fault. Like there's that perfectionist mentality of like, ooh, like, I think I try really hard to make sure that like the song is good, and I would listen to it. So like, beat it to death in my car, like before I finally like go, all right, yeah, I think this is a good song. And then I finally like get the courage to show a friend of mine or something like that. And I'll be like, hey, can you listen to this? Like, does this suck? And like, even more recently, like we did a couple demos earlier this year that were like, a little different for us. We kind of just were like, hey, let's approach songwriting from a different perspective, and like, let's write something we've never done before. And I sent it to a buddy, and he was like, that might be the best song you guys have ever done.
Oh, shit.
I'm like, damn it, I hate that you said that, because it's like the total opposite of like what I would anticipate being one of our like better songs. I know it's a good song, but I was just like,
I've heard that's how it goes, though. A lot of the times, whatever you think people are gonna gravitate towards, it's always like the one you don't think that just like pops off.
Yep. Yeah. And that's where also my brain is like, I like B-sides. So that means like the songs that I don't like or that I'm like less of a fan of are gonna be the
Oh my
singles.
god,
And I'm like,
they're
that
gonna.
sucks. That
That's
sucks.
dude. That's funny. Hell
Well,
yeah.
it is what it is.
Yeah.
So I guess I'll have to perform it or figure that out later. Damn it, I'm back in the light again.
Oh,
Or it's the sun is moving. That's what's happening.
oh yeah. I think the sun is moving. You're right.
Yes, it does happen like that. Um, yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll see what the future holds. But we've got some songs. Like I think I said before, or maybe I said it already earlier in this conversation. But we're sitting on like at least 20 to 25 songs, something like
Dang.
that. So yeah, I hope that we can put all of them out. Maybe we'll do like the Morgan Wallen thing and put out like a 40 song album, and just
Dude,
like,
I guess I haven't been paying attention. That's a thing. I mean, he's successful. So like, did that work? Like, do you know if there was like singles or is it just like so like
yeah.
essentially like a shit ton of singles and then a big album, or was it like the usual 3-4 singles? That 30.
He put out one. Yeah, so he put out one album, and I think it was called like the double album or something like that. But it was like at least 20 songs per album, and so it was like maybe a total of like 40ish songs, maybe
Damn.
35, somewhere around there. And then I was like, oh, okay, well that's kind of crazy that that guy did that. That probably wouldn't work for him. And then he did it again, like on his newest album. There's like at least 20 songs or something like that. And I'm like, dude, how many songs can you write about like big trucks and drinking and all that other things? Like, I don't understand. Don't get me wrong, like there's a couple songs that like in his catalog that I've listened to and I'm like, kind of a banger, dude. But I'm like, 20 songs, like that's a lot of music for people to consume. And I guess like maybe he's got something figured out that I don't, where he's just like, let's just put all of it. Like, I like all these songs, let's just fucking do it all. Because I personally would rather like focus on maybe 10, at most like 14, 15 songs, rather than like just doing putting out everything. Because I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah, I guess because you can make an argument for either way. Be like, oh well, because then that'll make sure you have the best of the best. So like those are like your
Yeah,
most like effort was put into like the best songs. But then it's also, yeah, but if it's a good song and it's like underproduced or undermade, but it's catchy enough for whatever and just put it out there. Well, you can make the argument that could be the song that really goes somewhere and connects with people. That it's just, even though
yeah,
it was like a low effort song, like 40 songs is like, hey, one of them's got to stick, right?
yeah. And
Quantity
I guess like,
quality argument.
yeah, you can put out as many songs as you want, but like you have zero idea what people are going to gravitate towards. Like, you can put out a song and be like, I think this song rips, and or you can put out a what you think is going to be like, I don't know. I guess I could go on a tangent and say like we did a Linkin Park compilation, more or less.
Hmm.
We like compiled 3 or 4 of their songs and made it into one song, and we were trying to pair that up with the 20-year anniversary of Hybrid Theory, and this was like, I think 2021 or something like that. Maybe it was 2000, I don't know, or 2020. But we worked with a marketing agency at the time, and they were all on board. They're like, "Oh yeah, this is a great idea. I think this is going to work really well." The most money we've ever put into an ad campaign we've ever done, and it absolutely flopped. It is still our least streamed anything we've ever done, and like it blows my mind because I'm like, this, it's so cool, and we paired it well, and it was like we put ads out on it, and people were like, "Oh, I love how you're trying to be Chester Bennington," or like, "Oh, you guys will never be Linkin Park," and I'm like, that wasn't the point. It was
Yeah,
just like,
yeah.
and so it was just
Yeah,
like
this
that
isn't
totally
as good as
flopped.
the original. It's like, is that ever the goal, is to beat the original? No, it's, hey, I was inspired by the original. Here's my spin on it.
Yeah, and so we put what is it? Myself, um, um, what is the in the end, and what else? And then Given Up. I think those were three of them. I think that was it. Maybe it was just three. But yeah, we put all those songs and we made them into one because we had to find all the songs that were the same tempo and relatively the same key.
Mm-hmm.
So just to make it flow better. And yeah, dude, it's just like, oh, damn, that sucks. Same thing with Dumbstruck. We were like, this song absolutely rips. There's no way that this isn't gonna hit. Never really hit. I still love that song, and we will. I'll fight anyone that says like, oh, you shouldn't play that song. Like, I'll square up to them and be like, no, we're gonna play this song because I like it, and it is good. I'm just trying to convince people at this point. It's like this song should be good, and
Well,
I
that's
don't
what's
know. I
interesting,
guess
dude, because it's like if you pair that with the fact that neither of us are touring all the time, that it's like I've seen it so many times and heard people talk about it so many times where it's like, oh, some songs just translate better live. And once you hear it live and then you hear the song, you're like, this song is sick. Even though maybe the first time you heard it, it was like yeah. And then you just move on to the next one and forget about it. But then you hear it live and like the way the vocalist did something or like, I don't know, it's like the experience is now attached to that to where now you're like, oh, this song is so cool that it's like the fact that we're not out there all the time, which there's a reason why we're not. And it's just like, I mean, also it's just really expensive. But it's like, I don't know. It's like you can, like I don't think this played any contributing amount of whatever to what I'm saying, but like a couple years ago when we did a little weekend run, it was like one of the lower stream songs of the most recent album we had put out. And we put that in the set because we loved it and we thought it was going to be better. And then it just wasn't performing as well. We're like, yeah, well, it's still cool. Like, let's play it live. And then it's been growing to become, now it's like the third most on there. So it's like, not that those 3 shows that we played it live, like made, you know, because it wasn't like we were playing to thousands of people, but it's just like the idea of this song definitely translates live. So if we did play it live and like get that to more people, it's like reminding people, hey, here's this other song you probably don't know by us because it's a deep cut or whatever, and it's not like the most streamed, but like it hits, doesn't it? Yeah, you liked it. Okay, now you're gonna go and listen to it. So it's like, yeah, which is why I'm trying so hard to get you guys on those shows in March.
Yeah, I would love that, man. It would be really fun. I think as far as us touring goes, it's not for lack of trying, man. Like for the last few years, we have tried on multiple occasions. You know, we've done like little weekend runs and things like that with like bands we're friends with, like this band Resider from San Diego and a band from Vegas called Pure. And we've been trying so hard, dude. Like I just like friends who are in like other bands that we're friends with, they're like, oh, like why haven't we toured together? And I'm like, I don't know, you guys never ask us. Or like, I'm like, dude, we've been trying to get on more like tours and shows and things like that. We've submitted to booking agents, we've done all of these things, and like nobody cares to throw us a bone. Like it's just the touring world and market is so oversaturated right now, and so it's just really tough to even like get the offer or even like for people to take a chance on you. Like a majority of the booking agents that we submitted to were like, oh yeah, I just like my roster's full, which is bullshit. No booking agent's roster is ever full a majority of the time. It's just it's a nice way of saying I like your band, but your music's just not like you're just not performing as well as we'd like you to be able to even take you on, like to justify booking your band. And I'm like, but if you just give us the opportunity to get in front of
and
people, I promise you.
Dude, that's a whole good point because it's like the whole industry, at least from my perspective, going back 10 years, 15 years, whatever. It's like that was the whole point of like the industry, to be like, here's new talent that can be really sick. So like that's our job. We work for you to bring you up, and then you're going to be huge and make us a bunch of money. It's the investment it's the exchange of like, hey, we can book or we can manage, we can distribute and like all these things, but like it's the band that's cool, but no one knows you yet. now it's like people have to know you. You have to have 100,000 TikTok followers. You have to already be pulling 300 people a show across the entire country before it's like, so it's like, I know it's happening because there's so many bands that are doing it, but then that's where I like hit my head against the wall because like I'll study their socials and everything. I'm like, okay, but we're literally in our own way, but like we're doing the same thing. So I'm like, how is it working for all these other bands and it's not working here? Then it's just like, what? Yeah, like someone has to give you a bone. Someone has to take a chance if they see that potential. And then, yeah.
Dude, I mean, social media is the bane of my existence at this point. It's like, dude, I don't understand it, and it's constantly changing. It's like they want you to be the most transparent that you could possibly be, but then those videos get zero interaction, and then I post like some stupid thing. Still, the most views I've ever gotten on a TikTok is literally me in my living room, like lip syncing to my or drinking coffee and singing, or like not even mouthing the words to my own song, just with like a caption, and it's like thousands of views, and I'm like, really? This is like what it took for you to like listen to this fucking song? Is that we filmed a whole music video? You know, it was really sick. I like used my friend's house and like, but I'm just very confused by what people want because there's this like weird middle ground of like you have to be like oddly transparent and like accessible, but also like they want you to look like a band and like be a band. And so like I'm just confused as to where the line is drawn, where like how do I bridge that gap? And like I've been noticing like a lot of like kid bands are blowing up because like people are just like, oh, that's so sick. Like they're young kids and they're like playing music and it sounds good. That's awesome. But I'm like, I'm not a kid anymore. I can't do that. I can't go back in time and become a child so that people give a shit. But now it's just like, what? It feels so sad. I guess like I cringe at myself, dude. Like I felt like an influencer in the wild, filming the most recent like content I just posted for Evergreen, and I was like, dude, I'm standing there in this like weird park that's like built in a um, it's supposed to be like an alleyway or like a spillway for like water and sewage, but they like built a park in it, and so there's people like walking their dogs and like just like doing a regular old stroll, and here's me like with a microphone, like dressed like an idiot, just like lip syncing to myself with like one headphone in. Like I'm like, this feels so awful. I hate myself for doing this. And then like people are like, oh, I love that idea. It looks so sick. And I'm like, I felt horrible doing this. I did not enjoy it at all. Like where do we draw the line of like, I need to do this professionally, but also this feels so unprofessional?
Right, because it comes across as goofy and lighthearted and like authentic, but it's like internally, it's like, no, I would never do this. I'm only doing this for the content. So it's actually not authentic, but you're literally shown, here's the cheese mouse. Like, see, if you did the little TikTok thing, so like, here's your reward. Now do more. It's like, but like, yeah. Because like, I was just thinking the other day, I'm like, dude, I got to get on top of our TikTok game because I'm like, I'll come up with ideas and do them for like a week, and then I have nothing, and then I'm focused on writing and doing all these other things. I'm like, but that's the whole thing. You got to be consistent. Post every single day, man. 2 times a day, whatever. That I had the idea. I'm like, dude, what if I literally just put some sort of hook caption on top, and I'm just like chilling there, not even lip syncing to the song, and it's just like that. And so you saying that's still my biggest TikTok. It's like, yeah, exactly. The most low effort shit that you can even think of that you feel so cringe about, but it works. And I don't know why, because it doesn't, that's the thing. It doesn't work for me. Like I am just not that type of person. So it's like, okay, but it's like, if we are trying to run a business here, you don't, whatever the saying is, like, you don't shop with your own wallet. You have to try and like shop with the customer's wallet. So it's like, what does the customer want? Totally. It's like, if that is what they want, not that I need to be the monkey that dances and like does things I hate for it. But yeah, where's that line? Like how much? Because it's like, it's so hard to argue, where do I spend my time? Because like, I would rather just write bangers and like create cool shit. But then you could argue, or I could spend way more time doing dumb shit for TikTok. But the potential of one of those videos going mega viral it can happen because it happens to people all the time. So it's like, you could argue I should spend virtually no time writing bangers and just all the songs I already have, just all day, every day, make stupid TikToks because one of them's going to blow up. It has to. It's just a numbers game. Like, then I'm like, but like, I don't want to do that.
And dude, I've watched like a handful of these like marketing guys and like all these people that think they know like, oh, this is gonna be the thing, or like this is what you have to do. And like there's one guy, he's a British guy, I don't know his name. I don't even, he's also in a band, but he's got like this folder of like random like post ideas that are like they work. Every time
I think I know what you're talking
every
about.
time he's got blonde hair, like bleach blonde hair, and a like mustache or a beard, I don't know. But anyways, he like sits there and like goes over all these ideas, and like I've done a handful of them. On There was a period of time earlier this year when I was trying to post everything. I was like just getting to the point where like every time I open the app, I hated it. I don't want to do it. I have no desire to do it, and so like even having a conversation with the label, them being like, I told them I'm trying to post every day, and they're like, well, don't burn yourself out. And I'm like, well, I have to because you guys, it's like you guys aren't responsible for the content of this band. If you were, then like obviously you would have. But at the same time, it's like you have a financial stake in this band. So like, hey, maybe you can find ways to help me promote that. And those are just like discussions that you like, I guess, that need to be had in general when it comes to bands. It's like, dude, I hate doing this. I hate doing this stuff. Like the content it sucks, bro. Like it's just, and I know every band complains about it. So it's like, talking to
I was just thinking, I'm like, wow, just look at us two 30-year-olds just crying about social media. But it's like, dude, I don't know what to do. Dude, I will spend like 3 hours making like, oh, we got playlisted for Spotify, and like here's the playlist we got, and like the number on the playlist that we got, and I'll be like, okay, what's something authentic to me that I can enjoy doing that also is doing what other bands are doing, where you have to post and tag all the DSPs to show your appreciation, so then they're more likely to like do it again or whatever. But it's like, so I'll like take that, and then I take Fallout 3, the stat menu from like when you create your character and like where all the points go, and I just put like the name of the spot, like I Photoshop and I create or a Halo image or things that I like, and I'm like, haha, this is so stupid and funny, but like I enjoy doing it because it's an interest of mine. But then it's like, I post that and I'm like, see, that I think is cool and unique and fresh take on the status quo. But then it's like, no one cares about those posts anyway. And especially because, I don't know, it's just our reach just sucks anyway. So it's like, that'll also be a really low performing post to where I'm like, I just spent 3-4 hours editing this and like having a good time doing it. But then I'm like, as a business owner, I'm like, is that what I should be spending my time on? Because you could argue you're creating a brand, you're creating that connection to be like, hey, other people that like these video games and like this type of music, like you're finding your target audience and connecting with people, your ideal avatar or whatever the name is, that it's like, you can justify it. But then it's again also like, okay, but if I just spent 4 hours making 72 dumb TikToks that took 5 seconds to make, where do you, that's where it's like, us being like not, headlining arena act bands that have teams on teams, that it's like, we have to just figure this out. There's no one to be like, hey, that's the right answer, or like, no, that isn't the right answer, do this instead. So it's like, we just kind of have to try and figure it out. And it's just like, dang, because it's like, I'll have all these ideas, but like, I don't know what I'm doing. And then sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But it's like, it would be nice to be able to be like, hey, not like hold my hand and like give it to me, but like some guidance, some direction. Like, I'm trying to figure this out, man, but I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not a content creator. I don't have that vision or that heart or desire. I'm like, I just want to make music, man.
Yeah, it's I mean, going back to what you said about the taking 3 hours to make things that you enjoy. Like yeah, majority of the time, the videos that I spend the most time editing don't do anything. Like they don't perform well. Um, and it's always like some dumbass promo for something, whether it's a TV show or a TV show, whether it's like a show of ours, or like I recently did a video where I posted about like Black Friday sale, and that took me like at least 2 hours to edit, let alone like shooting it. I was just like, oh, this is taking forever. So, and I was just like sitting there. I think I shot it at like 1 in the morning. I finished editing everything at like 4 a.m. And I was like, all right, well, I got to post this tomorrow, so it's coming out. And yeah, it was like didn't do anything for us. Like it was just a promo, and then I post a video that took me 10 seconds in my living room to make, and I just put a caption over it, and that's what people wanted to
So
see.
then it's almost like,
It's like the
okay, oh, keep going.
I was gonna say it's like these like influencer guys. Like I don't know any of their names because I don't pay attention. But like the there's like two guys that I've been seeing on TikTok and also on Instagram. They'll like post like dumb little like things about metalcore, where they'll be like, oh, like when this shit hits, and then it's just them like overreacting to a song that they were either submitted or a song that they're a fan of, whatever it might be, and like hundreds of thousands of views and like
Mm-hmm.
all of the likes, things like that. And like I do the same thing, but with my own band, and it gets no traction.
So where
I'm
you're
like,
like, so does that mean just my song sucks? And then you spiral and be
yeah.
like, what the, oh, because isn't that's
I'm
what
like,
I
I know
always
the
hear
song
is like,
doesn't
no,
fucking suck.
it always comes down to the song. Like, because if the song's not good, then it's not gonna. But I'm like, dude, but that is also subjective, because I can fight tooth and nail and be like, these 3 songs out of our catalog, great songs, and there's always gonna be people that are like, I hate it. Like, this is just objectively terrible, and it's gonna be like, well, so it's like, I don't know. I believe in the music, and it's just, and at the end of the day, it's like, obviously, well, maybe it doesn't sound obvious, but for me, it's like, it's not that we're entitled or owed all the attention and the praise just because we make music or whatever. It is our job to get that out to people, but like, that's just, I don't remember it being this much of like a mental burden, like at least
Mm-hmm.
10 years ago, like, or back in
Yeah.
MySpace, and like, it felt more, I don't know, like, I don't even know the words that I'm looking for, but it's so, I don't get it. I just, every day, if I feel more and more like the old guy that's just like getting edged out of society, that's just like, I don't understand. I don't get it. Because if I, like,
Yeah.
personally, if I wasn't in a band, I wouldn't even be on social media at all. Like, I would have like a Facebook account or whatever to stay connected, but like, I wouldn't be browsing, I wouldn't be posting. I just don't even care. But I
Mm-hmm.
have to, because I need to know, because like the amount of times I'll like scroll on Twitter, but then see, oh, a friend posted, oh, they're coming to Minneapolis in April or something. Okay, I'll write that down. I wouldn't have known that if I wouldn't have gone on. So it's like, there's
Yeah.
reason to do it, but like, if I wasn't doing music, like, I wouldn't even care that like these people, because I wouldn't know them. I only know them because I'm doing music.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, anyway, I feel like we
And
could
it's
ramble about that for
yeah,
an hour.
it's a tough battle, man, and I think it's an important one to have conversations about, because you just don't like. It's good to know that like you're not the only one that's dealing with it.
Yes,
I think that
exactly.
I definitely get sucked into it a lot of times, and uh, I agree that I would probably not be on social media, or I would be on it significantly less if I didn't have to be. But between like the band and my jobs, obviously wanting to promote all of their bars and drinking things, that's like it's a part of our society now, and if you're not on it, then like you're, I guess,
Get left
nothing's
in the
gonna happen for you.
dust, loser.
Yeah, but the bands, yeah, I just really I hope as time goes on it gets easier, but unfortunately I do feel like it's just gonna continue to
Oh
be
yeah, especially with,
that
not that
way.
I want to. Did you say AI? Oh, I thought you just
No.
said because of AI. I'm like, oh god, I was about to say that. I'm like, we could talk about AI and all that.
Oh
But
man, yeah,
yeah,
I'm like, that's a whole different rabbit hole to go down because man, I I don't even know what to say about it.
yeah.
It's,
I mean, I have so many
we're
thoughts,
already
but
there.
yeah, we're cooked, man.
Yeah,
But you know,
it's fine.
we're just two guys trying to do guy things and make music and yeah.
Yep.
Well, I really appreciate you taking the time, man. It's good to just catch up and hear your voice again. And
Yeah.
I'm still trying. I sent a follow-up email, but I'll send another one about bare minimum doing the Las Vegas show if you guys are available. Because that one's not even announced yet for some reason, even though it's confirmed.
Oh, see, yeah, I was confused about that too because I saw the tour flyer and I was like, didn't you say there was a Las Vegas show? And I
Yeah,
was
there's
like,
like
oh, that's
3
weird.
shows that are confirmed, but then I'm like, why? And he's like, I don't know. We already have ticket links and everything, but they just said they're announcing later. I don't know when. I'm like, okay.
Odd.
Yeah,
Okay.
very strange. But it's like if like I already asked about like doing the like regional, like maybe the Mesa, Arizona, or the San Diego, or Long Beach or something, because it's not like too far away. But I didn't hear back on that.
We're down.
So yeah, which I said, I'm like, hey, by the way, you know, and then I get responded to the other bits, but not that. So it's like, okay, let me send another follow up about that. Like,
Yeah.
but
Well,
either way, I
listen,
mean,
if we
even
make it
even
happen.
if worst case scenario, say Las Vegas doesn't even happen, it's like, well, we're gonna be rolling through there anyway. So like when we roll through, it's like I'll be seeing you.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, uh, I definitely would love to play some shows with you guys. That would be cool. If we can't make it happen, it is what it is. But regardless, we'll come out and support and hang no matter what. So yeah, I mean, it's always good to catch up with you. I mean, I think uh, you know didn't really get to touch on everything, but it's hard to, and when you're trying to center everything around
Oh yeah.
just your bands, and things. Um, but yeah, I mean, I regardless, looking forward to seeing you guys play because I haven't seen you play since 2018.
18,
So
dude. Yeah. God, yeah, dude. It'll be so cool, and I just really hope you can play. If you do play again, or if you do end up like at least playing like the Vegas show, like you think Evergreen will be in the set or nah?
oh, 1000%.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. I mean, we're playing a show next month, and I already was like, hey, we're playing this song, and everyone's like, okay, cool. Because I mean, we all know it. Even it's been a while since we played it in a room together, but we all know the song already, so it's
Hell
not
yeah.
really anything different. So yeah, that's definitely going to be in there, along with hopefully a lot more new things. So we'll see what the rest of their, I guess, the beginning of next year holds for us. We've got some things in the works, so hopefully all of that comes to fruition. Even though it probably won't happen the way we want it to,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, you'll like sit
it'll
there
be
and
fine.
like plan out your entire year, and then one thing will lead to another, and now you're like behind 9 months. Yeah, it's just fucking. What can you do? You gotta adapt, I guess. But
One of my favorite things to say in general for any situation, a majority of the time is that's showbiz, baby.
with the jacket on and everything.
Yeah, with the thing. Yep, that's showbiz, baby.
Yeah.
You know it. That's how it goes. It's never gonna pan out the way you want it to. It's never gonna work out how you imagine it in your head, and you just gotta roll with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Accept that, and then
the
it
state
doesn't
of the world.
sting as much, but it still
Exactly.
stings pretty bad
Yes,
sometimes. But
1000%.
well, it's cool
All right.
to
Well,
talk to you, and like you even said earlier, like, oh, nice to know you're not the when things are going wrong. It's like, okay, cool. It's like at least I know. Not that I want it to be happening to other people, like especially friends, but like, okay, I'm not crazy. It's not like me and I suck thing. It's like, hey, this is like a pretty universal, like collective experience. So it's like, okay, now we can lean on each other, support each other, and then we can be there for each other. So appreciate you send my love to the other boys. And if when you put out some more music next year, which if it plans out, then we can do a part 2, and we can get into more stuff, because I would like to just sit and yap about AI and complain about that with you, but
Oh, absolutely, man. Yeah, and things are definitely happening. So I look forward to that. But yeah, regardless, it's good to catch up with you, man. I will definitely let the other guys know you said hello, and yeah, hopefully we'll talk soon.
all right, man, appreciate it. Peace.
Yeah.